Welcome to a journey of spices, excitement, experiences, and stories of good flavor meeting great vegetables and fruits right here on AUMcuisine. Good afternoon and welcome to another exciting episode of AUMcuisine. Today I'm going to make for you one of my most favorite rolls or wraps or brown rice rolls. You can call it anything, but it's just a fabulous filling. And like they often say, it's the soul that makes the person, it's the filling that makes the roll. So here we have it, really nice, a hot pan, and I have some toasted sesame seed oil. I like the toasted sesame seed oil for my Asian stir fries. It really gives you a certain je ne sais quoi. And then I put in some red onions. I consider this recipe an absolute golden treasure. Absolutely delightful. And as soon as you put the onions in, you already feel, the flavors of the dish coming together. It usually is not the case for most other recipes if you just put in one ingredient, but it does work for this one. At this juncture, I like to put in my turmeric. I put at least a whole teaspoon of it. The reason I do that is because I don't really want my filling to have a very raw taste, so I put it in right in the beginning. Already this pan is looking like a golden treasure. So it's only fair that I must add some golden treasure peppers. They're just absolutely gorgeous. They look kind of like this, and so I kind of decided to chop that up. Always remember when you have peppers like this or capsicum or bell pepper, you don't ever put the white part of it, okay? I'll let that warm up and get to know each other. And then you're going to be putting in some red bell peppers. It's all about the glorious colors, I mean, these are the auspicious colors in China and in India. It's like the colors of kumkum and manjul, or turmeric, of course. And they're very, very auspicious, especially for our weddings and any auspicious occasion. We have these colors come through. And I'm sure for Chinese New Year, you've seen all the red and gold everywhere. Make a little space in the center and put in the cabbage. I love cabbage for a multitude of reasons. It takes on flavor really well and is a fantastic cooperative aspect of the roll. It looks delightful with the color integrity, as you will see when we plate. When we make the roll and plate it. And then right in the center of this pan is where you introduce the oyster mushrooms. You would have noticed I haven't really put any other flavor. Besides the turmeric, nothing is in this pan at this moment, but just look how beautiful that looks. I'm going to take all the cabbage and the chilies and the onions from the side and allow it to intermingle, gently tossing the oyster mushrooms because it's of a very delicate nature and I don't really want it to be shocked at all of the driving attention my ladle might offer. So just gonna go very, very gently. And at this point, I'd like to add some chili flakes. And then some tamari sauce. The tamari sauce has plenty of salt, sodium, so you don't really need to add salt in addition to that. It's like really beautiful. So now this liquid nature of the soy sauce will help sweat and bring all the flavors of everything that I have engaged the pan with to come alive. It feels like a really hot afternoon in Chinatown in San Francisco, just with better quality ingredients and a lot more nutritive value, but seriously, they got the smell down, the fragrance down for sure. And it's vegan, right? So more health benefits. I'm going to be putting in some teriyaki sauce, maybe 1 dollop of it. That's all you need. It's all softened up, all come together. Very nice. And as that simmers and softens up a little bit more, I'm going to see you soon with my brown rice paper rolls, and we'll make those rolls with this right in the center of things, okay? Here we are ready to roll things up and create some new culinary magic. Here I have some Vietnamese brown rice spring roll wrapper. This is wonderful. It's from the makers of Happy Pho. It's a beautiful non-GMO verified project. I really love these guys. It's really nice. In this plate here I have some hot water. There's nothing else in it. I'm just going to wet it up. So it's so easy to put together. It's a really soft recipe. Really colorful to look at. Has plenty of visual integrity. I always tell people, you know, when you have rolls made for your family and you cut them up, the kids are going to absolutely love it. There is no child in this world who has a problem with eating things that are colorful and flavorful. And it's very important to introduce your children to international cuisine very early in their lives, you know. It's very important to be global. Very, very important to be global. So here I am. We have the wrapper going through. You have to see very clearly where the wrapper is at, especially with a wooden thing like that. So I'm going to be putting in just one little seaweed, a little bit of the microgreens, this remarkable paste. It's almost like a golden paste of lovely, lovely flavors. And then I'm going to put in my umeboshi plum paste, just a dollop of it. Very easy way to put it together. I'm going to take the entire roll, get it all tightened up and drop. And then take the sides, put it together. And then hold it, allow it to come through, tighten it as you go so that the color integrity of the roll remains. We'll cut it very soon, but it's just perfect in size right now. So similarly, we have another little one so I can show you guys how it is done. So much better than having a fried spring roll. So I'll tell you one thing, you know, the fascination that children have with trans fats is nothing but an addiction. Fried food is tasty because it's bad for you. But there is no reason why that something which is really good for you should lack in taste. You know, I remember a time in the 80s and 90s they used to say, oh, it tastes terrible, it must be very good for you. I'd like to change that and create a complete paradigm shift. I'm going to make another kind just so, you know, we have some difference. This time what I would like to do is put the umeboshi plum paste right in the base, put it in the center, as if you're making a pancake. Put some seaweeds there. We put in our lovely filling and some amazing microgreens. Now we put this all in the center, allow it to come through and wrap down. Settle down, take the right part, allow it to seal. Take the left part, allow it to seal. And then down and down and down, allowing it all to come together and seal up. Beautiful, huh? We'll do one more. 3 is a charm. So, very simple, brown rice paper. Allow it to come down. And don't be afraid to use your hands. I know people who are like, oh my God, it's so hot, it's going to burn me. Nothing is going to burn you. If your intention is to actually make really healthy foods, the tips of your fingers will only think of the end result. It will only think of end flavors. I'm not recommending dropping your hand in a boiling pot of hot water, but just a little bit of heat like this has not harmed anyone. It's all about playing with your hands, understanding textures. You know, maybe the first few times this might seem a little confusing, but after that, you just be fantastic at it. All softened up. Bring it to the center. This time we'll do something different. What we'll do is that we'll put 2 of the seaweeds, the umabushi on top of that. Then we'll put some microgreens. Remember, all you have to remember actually is to have fun while you're making a meal. Whether it's for yourself, for a loved one, or the entire family, have fun. Because your fun element, the energetic value of it, will just go right through, and your family will not just enjoy a meal, you probably are creating a life change in an absolutely remarkable way. When we're back, we'll plate this wonderful thing and create a really, really easy dipping sauce. I can't wait. Welcome back, and it's time to plate. Tomato ketchup and soy sauce, a very, very simple combination. Something that's so potent, filled with flavor, and absolutely easy to make. So once you whisk the flavors in, just make sure you take a few microgreens and add it in there for visual appeal. Place it at the head of the platter. I cut one up just so it offers incredible colors. Absolutely incredible. And over here. So I have this down. I'm going to bring this down like so. And allow this to lie down. So any angle that anybody were to look at your meal, it's all going to be appealing from all different angles. So now the third one, I'm going to cut it in a diagonal, like so, and place one as if it were in an angle, and the other like here. Plating is definitely an art form, and when you see that art form often being used in a gentle way, it just makes everything come alive and seem more beautiful. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a trace test. It just looks amazing. So maybe I will click in one of my little ones, right? And dip it into this. It's beyond flavors for me. It's brought together the Orient and some parts of India because of the turmeric and good old tomato ketchup. I feel content in a very remarkable, sophisticated, energetic, culinary way. This is something that you really do want to enjoy with the rest of your family. Until we meet again, have a fabulous taste of the Far East and India with the most delightful oyster brown rice rolls.